But because of the invention of light bulbs, but also of the internet and the digital world, where people are working in different time zones, and instead of being in bed at 10 o'clock at night, they're actually, that's a midday, because they're having to, if it's a broker, for example, that's doing trades from London and New York and Tokyo and whatever, and they have to be awake at all these different hours. And so, yeah, maybe they're making, lots of money in the process, but as you said, at what cost?
At what cost? And
yeah.
And you brought up a good point about when we're talking about this whole neurodigestive concept, you've got to look at the gut. You produce all the neurotransmitters in your gut. So if you're not eliminating, you won't have the neurotransmitters that help you to get to sleep. One night's sleep, missing one night of sleep, destroys your microbiome in your gut. So you're already going to be at a disadvantage. Now, however, what you get from that one night without sleep is you get a surge of dopamine. So you'll find there are people who are very creative, very intelligent. A lot of the inventors, a lot of these ones, they said they did their best work when they weren't sleeping. They had chronic insomnia, right? So they would be very creative. Some of these writers, they make their songs one night of sleep, fine. But that surge of dopamine actually competes with melatonin receptors. They fight for the same receptors. So that excess dopamine now creates less receptors and suppresses melatonin. So what I found as a nurse is that when I switched to night shifts, the first night I came home, I was dragging. The second night, I felt a little bit better. Third night, I was like all night long, you go have a nap, I'll cover your people. Like, you go, I'm good. And I went almost by the fourth night, almost into a manic state. And then I knew when I came off of those night shifts, I wouldn't be able to sleep for 2 weeks. Like, I just knew. You get into these cycles. So what people don't understand is that there are these neurochemical reactions that take place that you cannot talk yourself out of when you're in those states. I mean, we've had people come to the emergency department. They didn't sleep 4 or 5 days. They are psychotic.
Yeah.
We can't talk to them. Only thing you can do at that state is give them something to shut them down, make them sleep, and then try to work with them, right? But you have people